Hi everyone, welcome back to So Well DIY. In today's video, I wanted to try my hand at making one of these tassel and wooden beaded garlands, and you can usually find them for around $30 if you're looking online or Amazon somewhere to purchase them, but I wanted to try to make them using materials from Hobby Lobby and Dollar Tree. So let's get into a list of the materials you will need to recreate this project. To create the hanger, I will be using this jute string from Dollar Tree, and to create the tassels, I will be using this Premier Just Cotton brand from Dollar Tree also. To create the tassels, you will need something to wrap it around, and ideally you only want it to be about the size of your palm, but I just had this, so mine was a little bigger, and I just cut them to size. Painter's tape, and some wooden beads. I found mine on Amazon. And lastly, some scissors. To begin, I am using this garland that I had around Easter, and I actually bought this one from Dollar Tree. And I am just using this for sizing reference to what works best for my fireplace. And I am just pulling the jute string out and leaving a little extra on the edge so that I will be able to tie a knot on the end to hold it into place. Next, so I have a way to secure the garland into place on my fireplace. I am just making a little loop like on the previous garland, and you'll be doing this on both sides, but you won't do the other side yet because we will need to be able to string on the beads. And use a little piece of painter's tape on the surface you're working on. Tape the loop onto the table so it holds into place and doesn't turn loose while you are working. Next, using another piece of painter's tape, just a small piece, you'll want to wrap the other end of your jute string with the painter's tape, and this will keep it from unraveling and help to easily string the beads on and also string your tassels on. Next, to create the tassels, you will want to unpackage your yarn or whatever material you're using. And then again, ideally for your template to wrap, you want it to be about the size of your palm, but this was all that I had. So mine's going to be a little bigger, and I will just cut them to size. But you'll start by wrapping your string around, and I did mine about 17 to 20 times, just however thick or thin you want your tassels to be. But you'll just continue to wrap this around whatever template piece you're using, and then you'll just cut there off the bottom. Next, as you slide the loops that you've made off, you'll want to make sure that you do not lose the top loop. And so I just hold my finger there to really get that secure. And then I'm going to cut another piece of the string and tie a knot. And then after I tie that knot to secure the top loop, I'm going to make sure that I wrap it a few more times just to give it that thickness and fullness to really give it that really pretty tassel look. So after you've tied your knot, and again, make sure you aren't losing your top knot, or your top loop, you'll want to just wrap it around a few extra times and knot it off, and that will give you the look of a tassel. After you've made your second knot, and I usually loop mine around about 5 or 6 times for this part, then after you've done that, you'll just want to clip and remove any of the excess that's hanging over. Then to create the length that you'll want for your tassel, and also to give it the opening or to cut loose the pieces that are attached at the bottom, you'll just either cut, if you can get your scissors through all the loops, you'll just cut that, or you can just cut straight across like I'm doing here and create the length you want, and that is how you make a tassel. Next, to start stringing them on, I just put the little end through the tassel and slid it into place. And then I will be using a pattern of tassel, then 2 smaller beads, one larger bead and then 2 smaller beads and tassel again. So I ended up for this project using about 22 tassels. I used about 21 of the larger size beads and about 84 of the smaller size beads. So you can do whatever pattern or whatever type of look you want for this. This is just what I used. So I suggest for this just setting up in front of a TV show or a movie and just kind of doing it, because it can be a little time consuming, but once you get in the hang of it and in the rhythm of it, it really goes by pretty fast. And that is all for today's tutorial. So I hope that you have found this helpful and it has inspired you to create something for yourself. And if you haven't already, make sure that you are following me so you can be notified when I upload fun, affordable farmhouse DIYs like this. And I will see y'all in my next video. Bye.